Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJO Network presents another exciting edition of Inside Pitch. The 1988 season is once again on the air. The All-Star break is over. It is time for the second half of this 88 season. Today's date is July 14th. We are at Oakland Coliseum for a big matchup between the Toronto Blue Jays and the Oakland Athletics. The Jays come into this game with a record of 51-37. At this moment, they are in the top three in the American League. They have a 2-game lead on the Brewers in fourth. They are only a couple of games ahead behind Detroit and the Yankees for first place. In the West, the Oakland Athletics come a record of 50-38. They lead the American League West. They have a 5-game lead on the Kansas City Royals in that division for number one in that spot. So now as we continue the second half of the season, you now know I will only be playing teams that are in the playoff hunt. Brian B. is first to join us here at Oakland Coliseum. Yes, I couldn't type fast. The mic was fine the first time. Yeah, it didn't come up. I don't know. For some reason, my microphone wasn't showing. It may be. I used the condenser mic in the camera. Maybe it's time I invest in a full microphone. I may just have to do that. Toronto historically won this game 7-1. They had 11 hits. Oakland had 6 hits and an error. But we will see what Inside Pitch has to say tonight as we get into tonight's matchup. So it is time for the second half of this awesome season. A lot of teams are still in it. Some teams are overachieving. Some teams are underachieving. But there's always surprises when it comes to the 10-minute ticker. Let's get the second half of the season going. Starting pitcher for the Oakland Athletics tonight is Bob Welch. 17 wins, 9 losses, a 3.64 ERA. A good year for Welch that season, and he gets the call tonight. So let's see what Inside Pitch has to say. And we got the second half going on, and we are all set, and we are ready to go. Let's go to the top of the first. Leading off for the Blue Jays will be the shortstop, Tony Fernandez. 287 average, 5 homers, 70 RBIs in 88. We are using yellow, white, and green dice. Oakland is the home team. The second half of the season begins now. 5-1, error on a grounder. Fernandez, 3-4, and against the righty, that is a ground ball. It's a ground ball to short. It's hit to Weiss. His error rating is a 6. That's a 1. It's going to go through his legs, and what a way to start the game off with an error on a grounder. That's going to be an E6 on Weiss as it goes right through his legs. And just like that, Oakland starts with an error, and they did have an error in the game historically, so Fernandez finds himself on first. Infield will go to double play. Next batter will be the Toronto designated hitter, Rance Mullenix, 300 average, 12 homers, 48 RBIs. Fernandez at 15 stolen bases. That is a 6, and he will stay where he is. Welch with the pitch. Welch, 3-1, strikeout, 19 is high. Oakland Coliseum adds 2 to strikeouts and 1 to walks. Mullenix, 6-3. It's a fly ball hit the left, and it looks like Javier will get to that one. As I said, maybe time to get a new microphone. I stopped using the condenser mic. Next up is the left fielder, George Bell. Always felt he was an underrated player. 269 average, 24 bombs, 97 RBIs in 88. Fernandez, he will stay put with a 15. Welch with the pitch. Welch, 2-4, error on a throw. Bell, 3-2. That ball is hit to center field. That is a 12. And against the righty, Bell's going to have himself a double into center field. So now let's see if we get on a throw, as we'll have to throw for that. So let's see. Base runner rating is a 3, and it's a double to center field plus 1. A 1-4, Fernandez will score, and that is a 4. And now we got to see if there's an error. Center fielder is Henderson, and he has an error rating of 3. He will not make an error, so Fernandez will not be a throwing error. So Bell will go to second. Fernandez does score, and it's 1-0 early in favor of the Blue Jays. So a double to center puts Toronto on the board early. And next up will be the third baseman, Kelly Gruber, 278 average, 16 homers, 81 RBIs. Albert Price joins us here at Oakland Coliseum. Anything on the strat? The answer is no. Bell will stay put. Welch with the pitch. Welch, 5'6", range play. Gruber, 4'5". That's a double into right field, but it's a range play for Canseco. His range is a 3. He will make the catch. Nice play by Canseco. That'll take a double away. Bell, base runner 3. Canseco 0. And a 1 or a 2, he'll take third. And it's a 6. Here comes the throw. Canseco 1 to 3. A 1 to 6 could be an out, and it's not. And Bell will put on the brakes and go back to second. So that's a fly out to right field. Nice play by Jose Canseco. Takes a double away and easily takes a run off the board. Here comes the catcher, Ernie Witt. 251 average, 16 homers, 70 RBIs. Frank Rosenk joins us here at Oakland Coliseum. Welch, nothing on the 10. He will pitch. Welch, 3-5, hit by pitch. The 15 is high. Witt, 4-6. That's a ground ball at the third. That'll be handled by Lansford. He'll take his time, toss it over, and retire the side. 1 run, 1 hit, and 1 error. As the Blue Jays get on the board first, we will go to the bottom of the first. Starting pitcher for the Toronto Blue Jays in this game is Mike Flanagan. One of his better years, but Flanagan, of course, was was pretty much in the decline. 13 wins, 13 losses, a 4.18 ERA. Flanagan, of course, more of a 70s pitcher and mid-80s to what he was. So already the Blue Jays on the board. What the A's have to do? Leading off for the A's, third baseman Carney Lansford. Not in the Hall of Fame, but definitely Hall of the Very Good. 279 average, 7 homers, 57 RBIs. I thought Lansford was always solid in his career. Flanagan with the pitch. 5-4. Home run result against the lefty, though. Lansford has 0, and it's not going to happen. Lansford, 3-5. Instead, he hits a deep fly ball to center, and it's going to be Camposano getting over there and putting it away. Next up is the center fielder, Dave Henderson. 304 average, 24 homers, 94 RBIs. Dave Henderson had an excellent season in 88. Nothing wrong with those stats. Flanagan, 1-3, blank. Henderson, 1-6, popped up. That's a pop fly ball to second. And it looks like Manuel Lee will make the catch, 2 down. Here comes the right fielder, Jose Canseco. 307 average, 42 bombs, 124 RBIs. He was one of the best that year in 88. Flanagan, 4-2, range play. Canseco, 1-6, grounder to second base. That's handled by Lee. His range is a 4. That is a 2. Nice play by Manuel Lee. And he will toss it over to first. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. 1-0 in favor of the Bluebirds. Second half of the season getting off to a quick start as we go to the top of the second. Leading off for the Jays, first baseman, the crime dog, Fred McGriff. Hall of Famer? I have no problem with it. 282 average, 34 homers, 82 RBIs. The crime dog is on the loose. Ross Dogg's Broken Spirit joins us here in Oakland Coliseum. And that is correct, Ross Dogs. The Red Sox were the actual 88 champ in the American League East. That is correct. With less than 90 wins, you are right. I think it's the first time I've had you here, sir. Welcome aboard to the chat. Welch with the pitch. Welch, 2-1. That is a blank. McGriff, 4-4. That's hit to left field. That's a 16. And against the righty, he got all of it. Kaboom! That ball is high, deep, and gone. Home run, Fred McGriff. He just got it. A 4-4 is a hit, is a question mark 7, which is a hit to left. And against the righty, a 16 is a straight time home run. And he bombs that. And the Blue Jays will take a 2-0 lead. Stadium groans. So the crime dog goes ahead and commits a little bit of breaking and entering as he breaks a fastball and enters that one into the seats. That was kind of on the fly how that one, but it actually worked. Next batter is the right fielder, Lloyd Mosby, a .239 average, 10 homers, 42 RBIs. So Blue Jays up 2-0, and Welch with the pitch. Welch 3-4. That is a pitcher result. A 1-6, a 1-9 will be an out against the lefty, and that's gonna be a fly to right, and that will be handled easily there by Canseco. 1 out. Chuck Rawlings and David Vega join us here at Oakland Coliseum. Next up is the center fielder, Sil Campusano. Don't know much about him. .218 average, 2 homers, 12 RBIs. Only played about 73 games for the Jays in 88. And he is in center field for this game. Not a bad center fielder. Makes the occasional error, though. Welch, 6-4, strikeout 2, swing and a miss, struck him out. And that's going to be strikeout number 1 for Welch. He had 158 of them that year. 2 outs, and now the second baseman, Manuel Lee, .291 average, 2 homers, 38 RBIs in 88. Welch will go ahead and make the pitch. Welch, 2-5, that is a blank. Lee, 4-2, and against the righty, that's grounded to short. It will be handled by Weiss. He'll take care of it and toss it over. 1 run on 1 hit. A solo bomb by the crime dog, and the Blue Jays are up 2-0 as we go to the bottom of the second. Leading off for the A's, first baseman Mark McGwire, .260 average, 32 homers, 99 RBIs, the other half of the Bash brothers that year. Flanagan with the pitch. 5-6 error on a throw. McGwire, 1-1 against the lefty. That's a ground ball hit to third base. That's picked up by Gruber. His error rating is a 6. That's a 12. He won't make an error. He'll throw to first for the out. Nice play by Gruber. He avoids an error there. Here comes the Oakland designated hitter, Don Baylor, .220 average, 7 homers, 34 RBI. Flanagan with the pitch. 1-3, blank. Baylor, 2-2, and that's grounded to short. It will be Fernandez handling that. And now here comes the catcher, Terry Steinbach, .265 average, 9 homers, 51 RBIs. Steinbach was the actual All-Star MVP in 88, but Lance Parrish from my All-Star game got the MVP this year. And my 1988 All-Star game was actually one of the better All-Star games I've had during my replays. Check it out if you've not seen it. It was a lot of fun. It is an exhibition game, mind you. So a few things that occur there don't normally go by the rules of baseball. Flanagan, 2-6. That's a pitcher result. Righty, 1-5's an out. The 3 is good. And that is going to be a fly to left. And getting there will be Bell. And he'll put it away. And another 1-2-3 inning on this A's team. 2-0 after 2. We go to the top of the third. If I may ask, Ross Dogg's Broken Spirit, where do you get that name from? It's a very interesting name. I don't get many. I get some good names in the chat, but that one has my attention. What do you mean by Ross Dogg's Broken Spirit? It just sounds pretty cool. We go to the top of the third, because I like to know about new people in my chat if possible. Tony Fernandez leads off for the Jays. He reached on an error his first time up. Welch with the pitch. Welch, 3-5, hit by pitch, 15 is high. Fernandez, 1-4, he grounds it to second, handled easily by Gallego. And that is one down. Next up is Mullinix, he's 0-1. Welch with the pitch, 5-4, that is a blank. Mullinix, 6-5, grounded to second again. And again, that will be handled by Mike Gallego, 2 down. Here's Bell. Here's George Ring My Bell. He got a double his first time up. Welch with the pitch. 6-2. Range play at the park. Oakland Coliseum. 1-6. It's a ground ball to short. That ball is hit to Weiss. Weiss was excellent. His range is a 5. But of course, that's a 6, and he'll get past him for a base hit. So Bell will go ahead and get the first on a single as he gets it past Weiss. And since his range is a 5, that means no matter what happened, there was no way Weiss was going to get to that one. So, of course, a 1-5, a 6 is rolled normally, so not surprised. So Bell will get the first. Keeps the inning alive for Gruber. He's 0-1. Bell at 4 stolen bases. I doubt he'll go anywhere, and he won't. Welch will go ahead and make the pitch. Welch, 3-5, hit by pitch. And yes, he hit him. Plunk, ouch. Gruber's an 8, but +5 is a 13. That is a 1, and he will hit Gruber. And I guess Welch was not happy that Weiss didn't make a play out there, which probably should have. And that will be the first hit batter of the game. After 3 hit batters, the pitcher is ejected. So already no warning is given yet. Witt will come up next, and he is 0-1. 2 men on base here. Blue Jays trying to get some more runs here on the top of the third. The 6 doesn't mean anything. They will stay put. Welch, he will deal. 6-2, range play at the park. Oakland Coliseum, 6-1. That's a base hit to left field, but it's a range play for Javier. Javier's got good range. His range is a 4. And he'll make the catch to retire the side. So Javier makes the play that Weiss couldn't. And a nice play out there will end the inning. No runs, a hit, and a hit batter. And will stay 2-0 going into the bottom of the third. Leading off for the A's will be the left fielder, Stan Javier. 257 average, 2 homers, 35 RBIs in 88. 2-0 Jays. Flanagan, 4-1, strikeout 11. He got him. Called strike 3. Javier can't believe it, but he is out. A 10 against lefties, but +2 makes him a 12. And he got him on that one. Strikeout number 1 for Flanagan. He had 99 of them in 88. Next batter will be the second baseman, Mike Gallego. 209 average, 2 homers, 20 RBIs. Not the best hitter, but pretty good in the field. Flanagan will pitch, and that's a 4-4. That is a blank. Gallego, 6-3, and he gets a base hit into center field. That'll be the first hit of the game for the A's. As I say, not good at the plate, but all he does then is hit a single into center. And now the shortstop, Walt Weiss. 250 average, 3 homers, 39 RBIs. He was an excellent shortstop in 88. Just couldn't seem to make the play there. Infield a double play. Gallego had 2 stolen bases, and he'll stay put. Flanagan will pitch to Weiss. Flanagan, 6-4. That is a blank. Weiss, 1-2. Ground ball to short. Let's see if they turn it. 2-2-3. Second base, pivot, Leah 0, 1-3. They got it. Double play, side retired. Weiss grounds out into the 6-4-3 to end the inning. No runs and a hit for the A's. Still 2-0 in favor of the Jays. I made a rhyme. Top of inning number 4. Leading off for the Blue Jays will be Fred McGriff. He hit a bomb his first time up. He's 1 for 1. The crime dog, of course, who is in the Hall of Fame, and deservedly so. Not like Scott Rowland. Welch, 1-6 against the lefty. Walk plus. That 5 is ball 4, and McGriff will trot to first. So he walks him this time. First walk issued by Welch. He had 80 of them in 88. Mosby is next. He's 0 for 1. Infield double play. McGriff had 6 stolen bases, and he'll stay put. Welch will go ahead and pitch. Welch, 3-6, strikeout 3, and it's a swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that's strikeout number 2 for Welch. And no, of course, I do not believe it was related to Raquel Welch, who recently passed away. One of the most beautiful women ever. Here's Camposano. He is 0 for 1. McGriff, that's an 8. He'll stay put. Welch will make the pitch. Welch, 1-6 against the righty. That's blank. Camposano, 2-3. That's a grounder to short. Could be very difficult to get a double play. 0-0-1. And second base, Gallego, 0, only on a 1. They won't get it. McGriff will be thrown out at second base, and Camposano will take first on the fielder's choice. Two down for Lee. Lee is 0 for 1. Anything with Camposano, I don't think he's going to do anything, and he won't. He will stay right where he is. Camposano on it first. Welch with the pitch. 5-2. That is a blank. Lee, 6-2. That's a fly to left. Getting over there is going to be Javier. He'll have no problem with it, and he will make the catch to retire the side. So nothing across except the walk, and we'll go to the bottom of the 4th here. Top of the order for the Athletics. Carney Lansford leads off. He's 0 for 1. Flanagan on it. Flanagan ready to pitch. And that is a 4-3. Home run chance. Righty, 1-11. The 16 is high. He pitches. He doesn't make a mistake there. Lansford will swing the bat. 4-1, and he does lift the fly ball to left. That's as far as it's going to go. That'll be put away by Bell. Here's Henderson. Henderson is 0 for 1. Flanagan with the pitch. 1-6, strikeout 3, and he's swinging a miss. Struck him out. He gets Henderson, and that's strikeout number 2 for Flanagan. 2 down. Here's Canseco. Bash brother number 1. He's 0 for 1. Flanagan with the deal. 1-4. Blank. Canseco. 4-1. And against the lefty, Canseco hits one off the right field wall. And that's going to bounce away from Mosby. But Canseco will hold it second with a double. So he gets one in there. A double to right. And now a chance for the other Bash brother to bring him in McGuire. McGuire is 0 for 1. Canseco actually had stolen bases, but that 13 keeps him right where he is. Canseco on at second. Flanagan will go ahead and pitch. Flanagan, 6-1. Wild pitch, 19. Nope, that is ball 1. 2-1 against the righty. Strikeout. The 15 just misses. McGuire, 1-2. He hits one to left field. That is a 1. And against the lefty, that will be a base hit. That's a single to left. Canseco, base runner forward with 2 outs. Single to left, +1, a 1-5. Canseco will score, and he does. And that is a 1. Does McGuire take second on the throw? He does not. He holds at first base. So that will be an RBI single for McGuire. It's now 2-1 as the Athletics cut the lead in half. So McGuire gets the A's on the board. And the next batter is Baylor. Baylor 0 for 1. McGuire didn't have anything to do on bases. He'll stay put. Flanagan will make the pitch. Flanagan, 4-3. Home run chance. Righty, 1-11. The 7 is good. Baylor needs a 3 against lefties. He won't get it. That's a 3-2, and instead he chops it to short. It'll be taken care of there by Fernandez. And the throw's going to go to first to get Baylor and retire the side. 1 run on 2 hits. Oakland on the board, 2-1 in favor of the Jays over the A's. Toronto historically won this game 7-1. And right now we got a pitcher's duel after 4 innings. We go to the top of the 5th. Tony Fernandez leads off for the Bluebirds. He's 0 for 2, but reached on an error. Welch will continue to stay out there. Here comes the pitch. 4-1, strikeout 14, and that's high. Fernandez, 1-3, base hit. That'll be a single into center. And he got a good crack at that one, and he will hold at first. Mullenix is next. He's 0 for 2. Fernandez at 15 stolen bases. Double play depth is called. And Fernandez not going anywhere. Welch will go ahead and make the pitch. Welch, 2-2, strikeout 1, swing and a miss at a low curveball, struck him out. And that's strikeout number 3 for Welch, 1 down. Next up is Bell. Bell is 2 for 2, a double and a single. Fernandez with a 9, he'll stay where he is. Welch will set up and make the pitch. Welch, 5-2, that is a blank. Bell, 1-3, and that's a ground ball to second base. 3-3-4. Shortstop, Weiss pivot 0, 1-4 double play. They got it. Side retired. A 4-6-3 double play. Hit into by George Bell. No runs and a hit for the Jays as Welch gets the pitcher's best friend, the twin killing. And we will go to the bottom of inning 5. As Albert Price says, personally, when I play this game, I still have trouble understanding everything regarding the strategy role, pickoff, stolen base, bunt, etc. I'll give you usually, I don't teach games in a replay, but I'll give you a quick rundown on the next time I use it. Remember, Albert, you can always check my demo games. I go through everything in a demonstration game. Here's Terry Steinbach. He's 0 for 1. But I'll see if I can help you out here. Flanagan with the pitch. Flanagan, 2-3, strikeout 11. Nope, that's too high. Steinbach, a 5-6, and that's a base hit to right field. So you'll get a look at there. Steinbach hits a single to right. Tying runners on base. And now the batter is Stan Javier. Javier is 0 for 1. Now infield a double play depth. Now here's the strategy roll. Strategy roll includes the attempt rating of the runner, okay, and subtracting the hold rating of the pitcher. So 1 minus 1 is 0. Now Steinbach only had 3 stolen bases, okay. 1 minus 1 is 0. So really there's no chance for him to really get a steal, even though he had a stolen base rating of 20, which tells me this may have been failed hit and runs. We roll a strategy roll comes up a 4. So 1 minus 1 is 0. Javier against the lefties a 10 plus 2 is a 12. And on the hit and run chart, you add 2 to the attempt rating, for a chance at a hit and run. So it would be a 2 for a hit and run chance. That's a 4, so nothing will happen here. If Javier, however, has a bunt rating of 5. So if that was between here and the regular 16, the 19, a bunt could have been called, all right, with a runner on first and 0-1 out, okay? That's how you, and of course the strategy roll information is pretty much right here for you. The strategy rolls, you can use them hard and fast. I do not, because sometimes the strategy roll comes up in a situation that wouldn't make any sense. So I consider the strategy roll a bench coach call, telling me, hey, look, a bunt is available. Do you want to do it? A steal is available. Do you want to do it? A hit and run's available. Do you want to do it? and then I can make the call depending on game situation. So that's how that works there, Albert Price. If that's in a nutshell there. But that was a 4, so no play is called. So now you pitch normally. Flanagan, a 4-3 home run chance against the switch right. 1-11. The 15 is high. Javier, 1-3. That's a ground ball to short. 2-2-3. Second base, pivot, Lee 0, 1-3. And no, they don't get it. They get Steinbach at second. And Javier will take first on the fielder's choice. As they do not turn the double play. Next batter is Gallego. Gallego got a base hit his first time up. Infield still a double play depth. Now, Javier has a stolen base rating of 20. His attempt rating is 4. -1 is a 3. Gallego against lefties is a 10. +2 is a 12. So a 1-3 would be a steal chance, okay? And a 4 or 5 would be a hit and run chance. That is a 9. No play will occur. And, of course, he has a bunt rating of 5, so 16-19 would have been a bunt opportunity. Flanagan with the pitch. 1-5, strikeout. The 15 is high. Gallego, 4-1. That's a single right past the pitcher. That'll be a base hit. Javier's got good speed. Base runner 4, he'll make third. And Gallego goes to first, so the Athletics are in business here. With runners at the corners and 1 out. And now here's Weiss. Weiss is 0-1. Weiss, they're going to call the infield in to prevent the tying run, even though it could call for a double play. But the Blue Jays trying to stay in the top 3 in the AL East. Remember, second half of the season, we're now in the playoff push. Pennant race is always in September. Strategy roll. 6. Nothing happening. Gallego stays where he is. Flanagan with the pitch. Flanagan, 3-1. Strikeout. 17 is high. Weiss, a 1-3, and he popped it up, and that's the worst thing that can happen. That's going to be a pop fly ball to short. Fernandez will grab it, 2 outs, nobody moves. And now here is Lansard. And yes, a pickoff chance occurs when you roll a 20. I forgot about the 20. Then you roll again if you roll a 1-4 with Bob. Yeah, Brian B tells you about the pickoff chances. I still roll even if there's no pickoff chance or anything like that in there just for the sake of it. You never know. So now 2 outs. The batter now is Lansford. He's 0-2. Thank you, Brian B, who brought the pickoff chances. Flanagan sees strategy roll. That's a 2. Gallego will not go, and and there's no hit and run with 2 outs. Flanagan will pitch. Flanagan, 4-1, strikeout. 17 is no. Lansford, 5-4, and he hits a fly ball to left field. And Bell's going to get there. He's going to put it away and retire the side. No runs on 2 hits. Oakland cannot get the tying run in. And it's still 2-1 after 5. I don't know why I put Welch in there. But as I said there, Albert, you can check out my demo games. I have a demo game for every season I've done, except, however, for 1994, which was payoff pitch, and 1985, which was also payoff pitch. I am actually considering doing demonstration games for 1994 and 1985, just to get them in there and put them in the playlist. I'm just thinking about demo games for those seasons I didn't do. Thinking about it. We go to the top of the 6th. Welch will stay on the mound. Kelly Gruber leads off for the Bluebirds. He's 0-1. Got hit by a pitch his last time up. Welch with the pitch. 1-5. That is a blank. Gruber, 3-4. Fly to left. And Javier will get to that. One down. Here comes Witt. Witt is 0-2. Welch with the pitch. Welch, 6-3. That's at the park. Oakland Coliseum, 1-4. That's a fly to center field. Henderson is going to get there with no issue. And that's 2 outs. The Crime Dog is next. He's 1 for 1 with a bomb and a walk. Welch, he sets up with the deal. 3-2, that is a blank. McGriff, 1-1, and against the righty, that's a ground ball at the first base. McGuire will handle it himself. Tag the bag, and that is a nice inning for Welch. 1-2-3. Go the Bluebirds as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning here. In pretty much a pitcher's duel between Flanagan and Welch, surprisingly, with a combined ERA of 7.5 between these two pitchers. 2-1 Blue Jays. Dave Henderson comes up. He's 0 for 2. Yeah, like I said, the learning curve of this game is so over exaggerated. I don't care what anybody says out there. If anybody tells you there's a learning curve of this game, it means they don't have the patience to learn it. Because once you have it, it flows more smoothly than any other game out there. And I don't care what game it is. Flanagan, 3-1, strikeout 5, swing and a miss, struck him out. Flanagan doing a job here. That's his 3rd K of the game. Flanagan looking like Dave Steeb out there. Here's Canseco. He's 1 for 2 with a double. Flanagan with the deal. 6-1, wild pitch, ball 1. 1-3, blank. Canseco, 4-6. That's a base hit. It's slapped past 3rd. And Canseco gets his 2nd hit of the game. McGuire brought him home the last time with an RBI single. He's 1 for 2. Infield is at double play. Canseco had 40 stolen bases that year. That is a 6. And he does not get the steal. McGuire does get the call for the hit and run, but they're going to call that off because when you do a hit and run, home run checks are halved. I'm going to let McGuire swing away here. So no hit and run. Flanagan will pitch. Flanagan, 3-6. That's a blank. McGuire, 5-2. Base hit. Center field. That's a single. Canseco, base runner 3. Single to center, -1. A 1-2. He'll make 3rd. And he does. McGuire turning on the Jets. A 1 or a 2. He'll take 2nd. And he does on the throw. The throw goes to 3rd, not in time. And McGuire takes 2nd on the throw. So that will turn into a double for McGuire. And Canseco on at 3rd, and now the A's are in business again. Batter now is Baylor. Jays will call the infield in. Not hoping to cut the runner down. Baylor is 0 for 2. Fans here at Oakland Coliseum hoping for a good hit. Strat, nothing on the 7. And no, I will not be stealing home anytime soon in a regular season unless, well, you know, because that in the All-Star game, I got a lot of kudos for that. Flanagan, 2-5. That's a blank. He is not tired. Baylor, 3-5. And that is a fly ball to center field. And that's going to be caught by Camposano for out number 2. Baylor sacrifice fly of 2. He will not bring Canseco in that way. Canseco base runner 3. Camposano, 0 arm, a 1-3 he scores. And he does. Canseco puts on the Jets, slides it home, and we are tied. Stadium cheers. Yay! Sacrifice fly to center by Don Baylor ties this game. You're only about 5 games in. Take your time, Albert. Take your time. No need to rush. I never got frustrated trying to learn the game because I really wanted to get this one. Here's Steinbach. He's 1 for 2. I tried a lot of games, and this is the one I feel has the most excitement and the most replayability. McGuire on at 2nd because you never really know what's going to happen. Check out some of my crazy games if you want to know what I mean. Strategy roll, nothing on the 11. Flanagan will pitch to Steinbach. Flanagan, 2-1 against the righty, strikeout, and he got him. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and that retires his side. Strikeout number 4 for Flanagan, but the A's do tie it up. 1 run on 2 hits. And a sacrifice fly, tied at 2 after 6. I do have a playlist called Best Games, which I usually put the crazy games and the wacky games and the games that you think go nuts in my playlist. There's a playlist there called Best Games. Check them out. Some are payoff pitch, some are inside pitch. Top of the 7, tied at 2. Good game here to start the second half of the season. Lloyd Mosby leads off. He's 0 for 2. Welch still has 5 batters left. Flanagan has 3 before fatigue. Welch with the pitch. 5-5. Possible error. Mosby. 3-2. That's a double into right field for Mosby. That's hit to Canseco. His error rating is a 4. That's a 14. He'll corral it off the wall. And Mosby will get into second. Leadoff double for Mosby. The batter now is Campusano. And we are in the 7th inning. I want to see if I want to make a change. Campusano is in center field. And we will. Campusano going to come out of the game. And coming on to pinch hit and take over in center field will be Jesse Stadium Barfield. 244 average, 18 homers, 56 RBIs. He will take over for Campusano in center. So timeout for a change. Timeout for a position change here as he's going to take over. He also has a -1 arm in center, so that means we got to make a change on the card as well. So -1 arm is -2 + 1 0. Okay. So Jesse Barfield will take over there. Yeah, that's because I know payoff pitch hasn't even looked at. It's a great game. I will not knock payoff pitch at all. I loved it. It was my first choice before I went to inside pitch. The printed copies are not available mostly because of what happened with Joe Bryan's daughter. I totally understand, and I don't know what he's going to do after that. And we give him all of our prayers and thoughts, and our feelings and empathies to him. So Jesse Barfield will bat, runner at second base. Anything on the strat? The answer is no. Mosby stays where he is. Welch will pitch. Welch, 1-4. Wild pitch? No. Ball 1. Welch did not have much in wild pitches that year. He will do it again. Welch with the pitch. 5-6. Range play. Barfield, 3-6. That ball is hit to center. That is a 3. Against the righty, that will be a single, but Henderson gets to make a play. Excellent range out there. His range is a 5. And of course, it's a 6. Base hit for Barfield. That'll be a single into center field. Mosby, base runner 4, single to center, +2 is a 6. Ain't going to be a throw. Mosby will come home easily. He'll walk home, and Barfield puts the Jays ahead 3-2. Another player with a range of 5 and a roll of 6. Stadium groans. So Barfield makes it a 3-2 game as Henderson couldn't get there. And here comes Lee. Lee is 0 for 2. Still nobody out here in the top of the 7th. Barfield had 7 stolen bases. That is an 8. He'll stay put. Welch, 2-2. Strikeout 16 is got him. Called strike 3. Lee is a 14, but +2 makes him a 16. That is a 16, and he got him. And that'll be strikeout number 4 for Welch. I almost went ahead and automatically thought that was too high, but sometimes I go a little bit too fast. 1 man down, and here comes Fernandez. Fernandez is 1 for 3, a single and reached on an error. Infield, of course, is at double plate depth. Strategy roll again. That is a 3. Barfield does not get the steal. The hit and run is called. Hit and run is called. Why not? Hit and run is on. Welch, 5-5. Possible error. Fernandez, 5-3. That's going to be a base hit to right field. That'll be a single. Single to right. Error rating on Canseco is a 4. That's a 13. He won't make an error, but that is a hit and run. So Barfield becomes a 4. And a single to right plus 2 is a 6. There's not going to be a throw. Barfield will make it to third with no problem. And that works with perfection. So another hit by Fernandez. He's now 2 for 4. As Barfield easily goes to third on the hit and run. And now here's Mullenix. And now they're going to talk to Welch and see what he wants to do here. And they're going to let Welch pitch to Mullenix. Mullenix is 0 for 3. Infield is going to play in. So now runners at the corners, 1 out. Top of the 7th, 3-2. Strat, nothing on the 12. Welch will pitch. Welch, 1-1, strikeout 5, and he got him. Swing and a miss and a good slider, 2 outs. And that is strikeout number 5 for Welch, and he needed that one. 2 down. And now the batter is Bell. Welch is now tired, and they are going to take him out because if he hit a fatigue result, that's going to be an automatic hit. That's going to be it for Bob Welch as Doug Hunt joins us here at Oakland Coliseum. And the Athletics are going to go to the bullpen here. And let's see who they got in the bullpen. And I'm not bringing him in yet. And I will bring him in. Coming on to pitch for the Athletics will be Gene Nelson. 9 wins, 6 losses, 3 saves, a 3.06 ERA. Nelson will now come on to pitch. And Bell will bat against Gene Nelson. So 2 outs, top of the 7th, 3-2. So now runners at the corners, 2 men down. Nelson will set up the pitch. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 19. Nelson gets ready. Here it comes. Nelson, 4-4. That's at the park. Oakland Coliseum, 4-5, and it's a grounder to first. That'll be handled by McGuire. He calls off Nelson, takes it himself, and that retires a side. 1 run on 3 hits for the Blue Jays. They do get 1, and they do take the lead here. And we are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I'll be right back. Don't forget, we got 10-minute ticker coming up after tonight's game. Tomorrow night will be July 17th. And we're going to take a trip north of the border. We haven't been there yet. We'll be there now. Stade Olympique. And I know Brian B. will not miss tomorrow night's game as the Cincinnati Reds will take on the Montreal Expos. Jack Armstrong will be pitching for the Reds, and Brian Holman goes for the Expos. The Reds trying to stay in there. The Reds at this moment are in 4th place. They trail the Dodgers by percentage points in the National League West. The Expos are in 3rd, ahead of the Mets by 4 games in that division. So anything is possible. A big game there in Stade Olympique. The Reds and the Expos. That will be tomorrow night on Inside Pitch. Bottom of the 7th, tied at 3. Not tied. It's 3-2. And let's see. Stian Javier leads off for the Athletics. And he is 0 for 2. Flanagan sets up with the deal. He'll stay out there. 4-2. Range play. Javier, 6-5. Against the lefty. That's a fly ball to left field. And George Bell is not who you want to hit to. His range is a 1. And that's going to drop. And that's going to be a double for Stan Javier. So against the righty, that would have been an automatic. That would have been a double to left anyway. Okay, if he doesn't make the range. So Javier leads off the inning with a double away from George Bell. And the Athletics have the tying run on base already. Here comes Gallego. He's 2 for 2. He's got 2 singles. Brian Pedersen joins us here at Oakland Coliseum. Javier on at second. Flanagan, Strat, nothing happening. Javier will pitch. Flanagan will pitch. 1-5, strikeout. The 17 is high. Gallego, 5-2, and that's a single into right field. That'll be a base hit. Javier, base runner 4. Single to right, +1, a 1-5. He'll score, and he does. This game is tied. Gallego gets the A's right back, a tie game. It's now tied at 3. Stadium cheers. Yay! So Gallego now 3 for 3, 3 singles. And here comes Weiss. Weiss is 0 for 1. 0 for 2. Gallego with a .209 batting average, and he has 3 singles tonight. So he's a big player for the Athletics here tonight. Still nobody out. Gallego had 2 stolen bases, and that's 16. Nothing happening there. Flanagan will make the pitch. Weiss is not going to bunt. Flanagan, 1-2. Walk plus ball 4. And now the go-ahead run in scoring position. So now he is in trouble, and he is tired, and that will be it for Flanagan. The Blue Jays will go to the pen. Lansford is the batter, and he's 0 for 3. And let's see who the Blue Jays are going to bring out to pitch. And Lansford hits righties better. So they're actually going to go to the lefty in this case. Coming on to pitch for the Blue Jays will be John Cerruti. 6 wins, 7 losses to save, a 3.13 ERA. Cerruti will be the second Blue Jay pitcher. Runners at first and second for the Athletics. Tied at 3 here. Bottom of the 7th. Infield is at double play. Anything on Strat? That's a 3. Gallego stays where he is. Cerruti will make the pitch. Cerruti, 4-3, strikeout 4, and he got him. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And that is a big K by Cerruti. Against the lefty, Lansford is a 3, but +2 makes him a 5. That is a 4, and he got him. Lansford went fishing on some high cheese. Yeah, I had a little problem. I wasn't getting my, according to my microphone, I was not getting any sound. But Brian B said I wasn't sure because I've had issues with this before. I may have to get a new microphone, my own, an independent microphone, and stop using the condenser mic that's in the camera. Of course, my voice will probably sound better if I do that. Here's Henderson. He's 0 for 3. 1 out now. Runners at first and second. The A's have already tied it up. Strat, nothing on the 9. Cerruti will pitch. Cerruti, 6-4 against the righty. That's a blank. Henderson, 3-1. He hits one into center field. That's a 16. And against the lefty, that's going to be a fly out to center. Fly ball to center field. That'll be caught by Barfield, and that's out number 2. So Henderson doesn't get that one. And the batter now is Canseco, and he's 2 for 3. But now there are 2 outs. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 12. Cerruti will go ahead and pitch to Canseco. Fans here at Oakland Coliseum hoping for a hit. Cerruti, 6-3 against the lefty. Against the righty, that's a blank. Canseco, 6-5, base hit past short. That will be a single by Canseco. Gallego, base runner forward with 2 outs, and that'll be good enough. He will score. The A's take the lead. Weiss will have to hold at second. He will not take third. Canseco holds it first. It's 4-3 A's. Stadium cheers. Yay! So the A's take the lead here. And Flanagan, who pitched a heck of a game, is now going to wind up with a no decision. The batter now is McGuire. McGuire's 2 for 3, a single and a double. 4-3 now A's. As they take on the lead here in the bottom of the 7th inning, Cerruti couldn't hold it. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 7. Weiss will stay where he is. Cerruti with the pitch. Cerruti, 5-4 against the righty. That is a blank. McGuire, 2-6. That's a fly ball to center. Coming under it will be Barfield. He will make the catch, and that'll retire the side. 2 runs on 3 hits. Two runs or 3 hits. Did he get what? That was a walk, right? That was he was right. That was actually no. That was a walk and a walk. 4-3 Athletics after 7. Yeah, exactly right. If I have to do the 2020 season, if you guys ever have me do that year, I don't know if I can do a stadium cheers or a stadium groans. I can't do it. I don't know if you guys will ever choose that year, but believe if you guys ever choose the 2020 season, if it ever comes up, okay, it would be a very quick year. We go to the top of the 8th. Gene Nelson, he will pitch, and Kelly Gruber leads off for the Jays. He is 0 for 2 with a hit by pitch. Nelson still has plenty in the tank. Top of the 8th now, 4-3 A's. Nelson, 5-3, range play at the park. Coliseum, 4-5. That's a ground ball to first. That ball is into McGuire. His range is a 2. That is a 6. And that's going to go into right field for a base hit. So Gruber will wind up with a single. So the tying run is on by the Jays. This game is going back and forth. Witt is up next. He's 0 for 3. Infield double play deck. Gruber had 23 stolen bases. Very capable of stealing. That is a 3. And he does get the steal sign. 16 plus 2 is 18. Steinbach -2 is 16. 80% chance. Got to send him. Gruber going to try to steal second. The throw. Got him. What a throw by Steinbach. The D20 strikes again, and he got him. Steinbach gets out of his crouch, throws to second, and eliminates Gruber on the bases. And Gruber was a dead duck. He was out by about 2 feet. Oakland really packed their house during the 80s and 90s. Well, yeah, that was when the 80s, that's when the Athletics were good back in those years. So 1 out now, and Witt will bat with the bases empty. That was a heck of a throw by Steinbach to go ahead and get Gruber. Nelson, 6-4 against the lefty. That is a blank. Witt, 6-1. That ball's hit to left field. That is a 2, and that's going to be a single for Witt. So Witt does go ahead and get back on base there. That's his first hit of the game. And now it's up to the Crime Dog. The Crime Dog got a bomb is in this game. He is 1 for 2, a home run and a walk. Infield still a double play deck. Nothing on the strat. Witt not going to go anywhere. Make sure it includes celebrity cardboard cutouts. I'm thinking, yeah, that would be something, wouldn't it? Nelson with the pitch. 6-5, strikeout 7, swing and a miss, struck him out. He gets McGriff. And that is going to be out number 1, actually, right? That's the first out. No, that's out number 2, right? Yeah, out number 2. 2 outs. That's right. He got thrown out at second base. Here's Mosby. Mosby 1 for 3 with a double. Infield now back. Nelson trying to keep this a 4-3 game. Athletics will be looking for some insurance. Strat 4. And nothing happening. Nelson with the pitch. Nelson 3-6. Error on a throw. Mosby 4-5. That's a fly ball to right field. Going over there will be Canseco. He'll track it, make the catch. There won't be a throwing error, obviously. And the side is retired. No runs on 2 hits. And a big caught stealing in the inning. And we go to the bottom of the 8th. Leading off for the Athletics will be Don Baylor. He is 0 for 3 with a sacrifice fly. And Cerruti is going to pitch to Baylor. Now, actually, he won't. That's going to be it for Cerruti. The Blue Jays will go to the bullpen. And they are going to go ahead and bring out Dwayne Ward. Coming on to pitch for the Blue Jays will be Dwayne Ward. 9 wins, 3 losses, 15 saves, a 3.30 ERA. Dwayne Ward will be the 3rd Blue Jay pitcher. Ward with the pitch. 4-6, strikeout 17, that is high. Baylor 6-4, and that's grounded to 3rd. Handled easily there by Gruber for the out. One down here is Steinbach. Athletics looking for insurance. Ward with the pitch. Steinbach is 1 for 3. Ward 5-5 against the righty. That's a blank. Steinbach 2-1. That's a fly to right. And Mosby will get himself over there and get the ball. 2 down. Here's Javier. Javier is 1 for 3 with a double. Ward trying to get a 1-2-3 inning and hope for some magic. Ward with the pitch. 6-4. Home run chance. Switch left. 1-15. The 15 is good. Javier needs a 1 in order to get this one out of here. He's going to miss it. That's a 5. 3-1, and instead he grounds it to short. That'll be taken care of there by Fernandez. He throws to first to retire the side. And that is a nice job by Dwayne Ward. 1, 2, 3, go the A's. 4-3 Athletics after 8. But will we see some 9th inning magic? Athletics lead 4-3. Leading off for the Jays will be Jesse Barfield. And he is 1 for 1. He singled his first time up. And, of course, the Athletics will bring in their closer, and it is that guy. Coming on to pitch for the Athletics, Hall of Famer Dennis Eckersley. 4 wins, 2 losses, 45 saves, a 2.35 ERA. Denny Eck is going to try to get the save. So Eckersley will go. He is in the Hall of Fame, and yet Dennis Eck, he has a number of closers who are not in the Hall of Fame that should be, such as K-Rod and Billy Wagner, because there are closers that have less saves than they do, but yet they're not in the Hall. We need some fresh blood choosing Hall of Famers for Cooperstown. Eckersley with the pitch. 4-4, strikeout 12, got him, struck him out. Strikeout for Eckersley. He had 70. What a control. 72 innings pitched, 70 strikeouts, 9 walks. It's a strikeout per inning. That's only 9 walks in 72 innings pitched. That's pretty darn good. Here is Lee. Lee is 0 for 3. Eckersley, Denny Eck. 1-1, range play. Lee, 4-5. That's a base hit right past the pitcher, but it's a range play for Eckersley. Not great. His range is a 2. But it's a 1. He makes the play, and he'll underhand it to first, 2 down. Eckersley makes a great play. Instead of a base hit, it's a grounder to the pitcher, and Lee can't believe he made it. 2 outs. And now the last chance for the Jays is Tony Fernandez. He is 2 for 4, 2 singles, and reached on an error. Fans here at Oakland Coliseum want to see a win. The Blue Jays historically won this game. A's trying to change history. Eckersley gets set. Gets the call from Steinbach. The pitch from Deniek. 4-4, strikeout 5, swing and a miss, struck him out. That's your game. Athletics will beat the Blue Jays tonight, 4-3. Stadium cheers. Yay! 3 up and 3 down as Dennis Eckersley guns down the Blue Jays. And that is a win for Oakland tonight. And they will get their 51st win, and the Blue Jays will take their 38th loss. And a nice win for the Athletics as they continue to hold ground, continue to hold first place in the American League West. The Blue Jays are in the top 3 in the American League East. Remember, top 3 teams each division will make the postseason. A nice win for the Athletics. Final line score coming up. For the Athletics, 4 runs on 10 hits and 1 error. For the Blue Jays, 3 runs on 9 hits and no errors. The winning pitcher is Gene Nelson. He's going to go ahead and get the win. John Cerruti will take the loss. Dennis Eckersley does get the save. So a very nice win for the Athletics, and they'll go ahead and get it done there. I know it does look like an 18, but trust me, it's a 5. I know it looks like an 18, but it is a 5. I know what you're talking about there. Don't go away, anyone. 10-minute ticker is coming right up. It is time for the 10-minute ticker, brought to you by FastScore Baseball. So the Athletics will get the victory over Toronto today. Let's get the second half of the season going. July 14th, a doubleheader between Minnesota and Baltimore. Game 1. Minnesota 13-31, and that is 4. Orioles 10-15, that is 2. The Twins win the first game. Oh, I trust you. Unless it was Cleveland playing, I'd be kicking dirt on you right now. Game number 2, Minnesota 20-31, and that's 5. Orioles minus 124, that's 1. And the Twins will take both games from the O's. Detroit, California, Tigers 13-62, and that's 7. Angels 11-21, that is 2, a win for the Cats. White Sox and the Yankees. White Sox 7-32, that is 3. Yankees 14-65, that is 9. The Yankees continue to continue to be hot. Cleveland at Seattle. Indians 6-56, that is 5. Mariners 6-13, that's 1, a win for the Tribe. Milwaukee and the Rangers. Brewers 9-64, that's 7. Rangers 831, and that is 3, a win for the Brew Crew. Mets and the Braves, my Mets really underachieving. Mets 1431, and that is 4. Braves 441, and that's 3. My Mets will get a happy recap there. Dodgers and the Cubs. Dodgers also underachieving a bit. Doubleheader there. Game 1. Dodgers 913, and that's 1. Cubs 656, and that is 5. A win for the Cubs. Game number 2. Dodgers 1336, and that is 4. Cubs 854, and that is 5. The Cubs win both games on the Dodgers. Reds and the Expos. Reds 314, and that's 1. Expos 236, that is 3. The Spos will win that one. Astros and the Phillies. Astros 1363, and that is 8. Phillies 452, and that's 4. That's a win for the Stros. Giants and the Pirates. Giants 812, that's 0. Pirates 641, that is 3. The Pirates take 1 from the G-Men. Padres and the Cardinals. Padres 741, and that is 4. Cardinals 441, and that is 3. The Padres will beat the Redbirds. On to July 15th, Minnesota at Baltimore. Twins 1543 and 5. Orioles 963, that is 7. And that's a win for the O's. Kansas City at Boston doubleheader. Game 1, Kansas City 554, and that is 5. Red Sox 1464, that is 9. A win for the Bo Sox. They're underachieving a little bit too. Game number 2, Kansas City 1824, and that is 4. Red Sox 11-11, that's 0. They'll split the twin bill. Detroit at the Angels. Tigers 1345, and that's 5. Angels 1252, and that's 6. California will beat the Cats. White Sox and the Yankees. White Sox 1155, and that is 6. Yankees 1833, that's 5. The White Sox will beat the Yanks. Toronto and Oakland. Blue Jays 934, and that's 3. Athletics 1113, that's 1. That'll be a win for the Jays. Cleveland at Seattle. Cleveland 864, and that is 7. Mariners 1015, that's 2. A win for the Tribe. Milwaukee at Texas. Brewers 1122, that's 2. Rangers minus 265, that's 6. And the Rangers will beat the Brewers. Mets and the Braves. Mets 1445, and that is 5. Atlanta minus 136, that's 2. And I'll have another happy recap for the Mets. Dodgers and the Cubs. Dodgers 762, and that's 6. Cubs 1151, and that is 5. The Dodgers will beat the Cubs. Reds and the Expos. Reds 822, that's 2. Expos 155, that's 4. Another win for the Spos. Astros and the Phillies. Astros 816, and that's 2. Phillies 645, and that is 4. That's a win for the Phils. Giants and Pittsburgh. Giants 626, that's 2. Pirates 842, and that is 4. Another win for the Bucks. Padres and the Cardinals. Padres 141, and that's 3. Cardinals 145, and that's also 3. They will tie, and we have extras. Padres roll a 4 plus 0. Cardinals roll a 1 plus 0, and that's going to be a win for the Friars in extras. July 16th, Minnesota at Baltimore. Minnesota 21-31, and that is 5. Orioles 5-34, and that is 3. And that is a win for the Twins. Kansas City at Boston. Kansas City 16-55, and that is 7. Red Sox 8-52, and that is 5. And that is a win for the Royals. Detroit at California. Tigers 18-15, and that is 3. Angels 5-13, and that's 0. The Tigers will win that game. White Sox and the Yankees. White Sox 10-26, that is 3. Yankees 18-35, and that is 5, and that is a win for the Yankees. Toronto at Oakland. Toronto 9-11, that's 0. Oakland 9-51, and that's going to be 5, and that'll be a win for the A's. Cleveland at Seattle. Cleveland 6-63, and that is 6. Mariners 14-24, and that is 3. That's a win for the Indians. Milwaukee at Texas. Milwaukee 10-63, and that is 7. Rangers 2-56, and that is 5. That's a win for the Brew Crew. Mets and the Braves. Can I win 3 games tonight? Mets 12-23, and that is 3. Braves 4-44, and that is, that's 4, and the Braves will beat the Mets. The Dodgers and the Cubs. If you look at this here, the Dodgers and the Cubs somehow are on FastScore, but this game ended in a tie on that date, on July 16th. It ended in a tie, and for some reason, I cannot find out why it ended in a tie. I don't know if it was because of weather. It ended in the tie in the top of the 9th inning. I think the score was tied 2-2. I'm not sure if it started to rain or anything like that, but I got nothing on a rainout because there is a doubleheader scheduled for the 17th. Okay, so even though FastScore has this game on it, and I found out this was a tie game, I crossed it off. So this game will not be played because if I play it, the Dodgers will have 163 games. The Dodgers and Cubs will have 163 games. So that game is a tie. It is called off. I don't know why. I guess it must have been a rainout, but according to the weather, they said the weather was sunny. So I don't know why it was a weather. It started at 12 o'clock. So I really don't know. I mean, I don't know if it was a rainout or something, but that game is crossed off. It will not be played. That game was then moved to the 17th. Dodgers and the Expos. Darkness. Well, the game started at 12 o'clock. How can you have darkness? That's the other thing I don't understand. The game started at 12 o'clock. So if anybody can find out why that game was called, I don't know. But you say darkness, I can believe it. But the game started at 12 o'clock. So I don't know how it could go to dark, if it could go all the way to 6 or 7 o'clock. I don't know. But then again, whatever. Reds, 7-13. That is 1. Expos, 5-44. And that is 4. And that'll be a win for the Expos. We have those teams tomorrow night. Astros and the Phillies. Astros, 11-32. And that's 3. Phillies 9-53, and that is 5. The Astros lose 2 in a row. Giants and the Pirates. Giants 7-15, and that's 1. Pirates 11-23, and that's 3. That'll be a win for the Bucks. Yeah, I'm saying July wouldn't get dark enough till 8 o'clock, so I don't know. I don't know why it was called a tie. I have no idea. I looked all over to see if I can find out why that game was called a tie. A doubleheader was played in the 17th. So as I said, if I play the Dodgers-Cubs, if I play that game, I'm going to have 163 games for both teams. And I did check their records, and both teams did play 162. So that's why I will not play that game. Padres, it's not Brian Davis's fault, the FastScore. The game was played. It just, I guess, just didn't count. Padres and the Cardinals. Padres 8-35, and that is 3. Cardinals 6-12, and that's 0, and that'll be a win for the Friars. That is your 10-minute ticker. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. Tomorrow will be July 17th. We will be at Stade Olympique as the Cincinnati Reds will take on the Montreal Expos. Jack Armstrong will be going for the Reds, and Brian Holman goes for the Expos. Pretty important game in the National League. Should be fun. I know Brian B. won't miss it. Expos and the Reds, Armstrong and Holman, be there or be square. Brian B., Brian Patterson, Chuck Rawlings, Doug Hunt, Albert Price, Ross Dogg's Broken Spirit, David Vega, Frank Rosenk. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out the turnstiles. Subscribe if you've not done so, and make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong, and we'll see you guys tomorrow night. A nice win for the A's tonight. They beat the Blue Jays 4-3 in a pretty good matchup. We'll see you tomorrow night. Have a good one.